Hey, what's up, WCR? This is Orange back again for another audio commentary. Today I've been getting a lot of requests for this, and so I figured I'd do an audio on it. I asked a few people from, my clan and whatnot what audio I should do, and they said something with undead. So I'm doing this. I'm really sick of doing undead audios. So get game 1 pause at the 45-second mark. And we'll do it from the Night Elf's point of view. I'll talk a bit about what the human can do, although there's really only one main thing that the human has to do, which is not play stupid. This is a very human map. Reason being, they can expo, and they can tower the expo, and then they can just starve you out to tier 3. And plus, the expo's pretty close. I mean, it's like the same... Actually, I think it's a little shorter than Lost Temple. Harder creep, shorter distance, but still. And plus, there's like a lot of other useful things around you, so you can pretty much just stay in your little bottom right corner until you have tanks, and then win. So yeah, there's like 3 different ways to go about doing this with the warden, which is what I'm going to be focusing on. And yeah, I'll get into that. I'm not talking about Dark Ranger because that's been beaten to death. If you want to know more about it, you can go see the dual audio I did with Joseki. That covers it fairly well, I think. I don't know, it was a while ago. They were freaking crazy games, though. These are all short games, but it's still going to be a decently long audio. So prepare yourselves for that. I know I have. That's why I'm doing it at 3 a.m. Taking a drink of water. Sorry, I have kind of a sore throat going here. You can't really tell, but it's like it's in the healing stages, so that's why it's harder to tell. Anyways, 45-second mark, Soju's point of view. Unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. So pretty much everyone's going to be AOW creeping. People have different ways of doing this. Sometimes you get lucky and you get the lightning shield on the archer, and generally people use that to go kill the apprentice wizards. Sometimes they use it just to get rid of the rogues, the level 3s. But, just do what you feel like. Do what you feel comfortable with. The apprentice wizard thing takes a little extra micro because you actually have to make sure not to kill them with the lightning shield. Pull the archer back and then just snipe them that way. And then you kind of have to make sure that you're not losing your Ancient of War and not losing your archer. So yeah, in this case, all 3 replays are going to be going warden, and obviously they're all going to be going huntress. And there's 3 things that you can do. One, there's an early game strategy, which is basically you mass huntress, you stay at tier 1, and you kind of siege them to death. I forget which replays are which. I think this is the tier 1 strategy. But yeah, I don't know. It's a learning process. We're all learning together. Okay, so the other one is actually kind of a mid-game Ancient of War counter, and it's kind of actually, screw that. It's a later game strategy. In this case, yeah, see, he's using the archer to kill the rogues. Pull it away before you kill the creeps, though. Generally, if you're not used to doing it, pull them away earlier. Because, yeah, I've lost major amounts of EXP to that. Anyways, back to the strategies. Yeah, so there's the early game strategy, mass hunts, glaives. There's the mid-game strategy, which is basically... you tech to tier 3, and you do bears, and you just hope that your rejuve and stuff can own them to death. And then there's the late game strategy, which is basically you counter the fast expo with your own expo, and then you go from there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the mass hunt strategy. Yeah, because he's already putting up his Hunter's Hall. So you'll notice he's pre-building that Ancient of War, and he's going to be creeping the next screen, and then he's going to be creeping the shop. If you're going to be doing the early game strategy, you want to be pre-building that Ancient of War. I build it earlier so that it's done and I can actually go straight to the shop and creep it right afterwards. But that's just me. I like to get my stuff built early. But Yeah, generally what you're going to end up having to do is actually repair the Ancient of War unless you have a couple more archers. So, just be careful of that. You don't want to just go straight in and be like, creeping it out. Screw yourself. So, you'll notice that, the elf player knows there's an expo going up. Ugh. Yawn, my bad. Because obviously he's got the Wisp Scout down there. But one thing you should do as a human player, always get the crap, what is that called? The arcane tower up, like, right away. You want to actually build that first. And then build your town hall. Reason being is because you will get hero harassed 100%. Dark Ranger will harass it as well with the skeletons, and plus you get the extra damage to the skeletons, and the extra mana siphon type crap on the Dark Ranger if it goes in on its own. So it just works out for the better. I guess this guy's kind of safe and just leaving it for later, but generally most people will go into harass a little earlier. Notice how he hasn't picked his 2 skills yet, but now he is going in for the harass. This is why the shop actually becomes important for the Night Elf. Staff and boots, own. Yeah. So, Fan of Knives obviously owns, especially if they militia creeped, because you pretty much get a couple free militia kills because of the Fan of Knives. Obviously go for the Arcane Tower first, especially if it's not up. This is why I say build it earlier. And here come the Huntress. You can notice that this replay is already like 3/4 over. Or 1/3 over. That's where I was going with that. That's where the 3 came in. I don't know where the 4 was, but whatever. But yeah, basically, he's already owned like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 peasants. That's over 450 gold. I don't want to calculate it. Ask Freak what it is. He's the number guy. But yeah, you'll notice that he hasn't teched. He's still just massing hunts. And eventually he will get glaives, by the way. The reason you don't get archers is because you really can't chase anything down with it. And plus, archers are really only good for towers. And if there are towers, you'll want to be going glaives anyways. So archers just kind of end up being useless, especially because footies can take them down pretty easily. They're not very mobile, but neither are glaives. But you get the guaranteed siege action going with the glaives. Now, this is the part I like about this replay. You'll notice in a second. He's actually going to Ancient of War, or Ancient Protector push him, which is great. It's actually pretty viable. I've done it a couple times because I've been pretty sick of towers, and generally when people tower, I tower them. So, that was just stupid. This guy should have actually just kept mining, because at least one of his peons would get saved. Odd thing to do would just deado those wisps really early. Maybe this isn't the replay. I don't know. One of the replays, there's an Ancient Protector push. I just kind of watched them recently, and I've been like massing replays, so I'm gonna make a ton of mistakes. But I'm human, so it's allowed. Yeah, loophole, sweet. So you'll notice this guy's already getting owned pretty badly early game. He's not even tier 2 because he's been building peasants steadily, and plus he's going to be low on wood because he keeps losing towers, which is why you want to get the shredder as early as possible, by the way. Another good thing to do is